What's up, guys? I'm Homester, and today I'm going to be reacting to Hitchhiking Horror Stories, animated by Llama Arts. I freaking love Llama Arts. I reacted to her video, one of her videos like not too long ago. But yeah, and I also just want to address that my connection has gone better, and I'm gonna upload like 10-minute videos again, like I used to do like last year. And yeah, I'm excited. But anyways, if you guys check out the video, links in the description. And yeah, without any further ado, let's react.
3 months after I turned 16 in 2005, I got my first car, a 99 Toyota Camry. On a warm Saturday night, when my friend Alex invited me over to one of his friend's big parties, I knew I wouldn't be in a condition to drive the Camry home afterward. So we carpooled with Alex's girlfriend, Brianna. We lived in the countryside of Virginia, meaning less big parties. Meaning when there was a big party, it was a huge deal and everyone would go. We lived about 5 to 10 minutes away from this kid's house. I knew where he lived as I was acquainted with him, but not exactly friends. The whole ride there, we took the same 2-lane highway type road through the woods, and this kid's house was actually on this road further down. At certain points on this road, there were a few houses on either side.
She's actually look real, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it looks really impressive. I like Llama Arts animations.
And then it would just go back to being a long, empty highway again. The house was tiny, like a lot of houses around the area, but the party was held outside anyway, since his closest neighbors were relatively far away, and noise wasn't an issue. I'll skip most of the party up until the point that Brianna, who was supposed to be our designated driver, had to suddenly leave for a small family emergency. Alex said it was fine and that we'd find a ride home. Well, fast forward another few hours and another few drinks, and I could barely even walk straight. I checked my watch, and it was like 2 in the morning. I figured it was time to go. I started looking for Alex, but I couldn't find him anywhere. In fact, it seemed like everybody I knew had already left. I could barely even think straight, but I was still furious at the fact that Alex could have actually left without me. I asked to use the party host's phone and dialed Alex's home number. After 2 tries, I gave up and then realized I shouldn't wake his family up. So, literally not knowing what else to do, I dizzily stepped out onto the road and began walking back home. I knew this walk would take anywhere from half an hour to an hour in my condition. Maybe after 15 minutes of walking down the road, the slight shine of car headlights on the road was fading in from behind me. Jumping for joy inside, I lifted up my arm and stuck out my thumb. As the car neared, it slowed down and came to a stop right next to me. The man driving the 98 Ford Explorer rolled down the window and asked where you headed. I told him my house was just down the road and beyond a right turn, probably slurring my words beyond comprehension. He chuckled and told me to hop in. I thanked him and joyously hopped into the truck. I was exhausted, and I
Nothing to do with the story, but I remember when I was like really young, like back in like 2017 or so, like that's when I wanted to start doing YouTube videos, and maybe it was before that, but yeah, I want to start doing YouTube videos a little bit, and I did like a prank that I thought of, like the hitchhiking prank, like again, like I wanted to ride, but then I actually didn't. But here's the thing, nobody stopped. So yeah, yeah. And plus, don't do that, because then you could actually do that to the wrong person, and you could just be wasting their time, and they could be doing something very important. Yeah.
I remember completely disregarding things the guy was asking me because I was so close to just passing out. And that's what happened. The memories of being in that truck turned to a fog, as I'm sure I passed out. The next thing I remember, I woke up, still in the moving truck. The guy looked at me and laughed, but didn't say anything. I looked around, and realized the road we were on wasn't familiar. I nervously asked, where are we going? He then said, so what were you doing out this late anyway? As the man answered my very straightforward question with another irrelevant question, the sobering reality of the situation hit me. You can let me out anywhere, I told the man. The man responded with a firm no. I felt like throwing up as he said that. No, I really actually felt like I was going to throw up. I started to gag as I felt more and more nauseous by the second. The man took his eyes off the road to look at me, and that's when I thought of the perfect distraction. I turned in his direction as I continued to gag, and he started to kind of lean away and slow down the car. Thankfully, I drank as much as I did, because I finally threw up and made a point of doing it all over the man's lap. The man yelled in frustration and stopped the car, and that's when I took it upon myself to run for my life into the woods and duck behind a few bushes. The man came following into the woods with a flashlight, and on 2 separate occasions, he shined the light straight over me without noticing. Eventually, I heard his footsteps walk even further into the woods past me. That was when I ran back to his truck, but unfortunately, he was smart enough to lock it. By some miracle, I saw another car approaching in the distance, and I ran out into the middle of the street, waving my arms like a lunatic. The car tried to avoid me, but I wouldn't let it. They were forced to stop, and I yelled at them to help me before they came back. Once I told them that I was kidnapped by the man who was driving that Ford Explorer, the driver agreed to give me a lift. Not to the police station or anything, but to my house. I made it back safely, where I couldn't thank the driver enough. I immediately woke up my parents and told them. My dad wanted to know if I got his tag number, and then I felt like punching myself in the face. I failed to get the simplest information from the guy that would have allowed me to actually properly report him.
Just here's a little lesson. Just like if you need a ride home, then at least call someone that you know. Not just like I mean, unless you don't have your phone, then just maybe then maybe it'd be necessary. But here's the thing: I wouldn't get in anybody's car. Just saying. It depends how far it was. Just yeah.
All I knew was that he drove a faded blue '99 Ford Explorer. I made sure to give Alex a piece of my mind, and part of me always held a grudge against him ever since, just for abandoning me at a party without telling me. I haven't seen him in 4 years now, however, and this was actually the first time I even thought about this incident for almost a year now. As time goes on, even the worst of memories may start to fade. But after writing this to share with the internet, it's once again fresh in my mind.
Yeah, so I mean, I would hate the person too if he just abandoned me with my car. Yeah, that's just like that's just messed up. When I own a car, which is probably not going to be for a little while because I'm 13. Like I'm probably not going to let anybody use it or take it somewhere unless it's a family member, or if it's a really good friend I really trust, because I just need to know that they're not going far, because I'm very cautious of how I have things, so yeah, I know I'm going to be cautious about car. Anyways, guys, hope you guys like to do this on this guy's channel for notifications. Just be able to joining any day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.